Hi, I am still here in this beautiful park just because I decided to spend a couple of days here. It's just so beautiful, so peaceful. 2 or 3 people in the day. That is amazing in a place like this. I mean, north of San Francisco, full of people. Just seeing a few people during the day and spending my whole day under this beautiful tree by this amazing body of water. I don't know the name of it, sorry. So, but it's a great place to be at. So I took my chance to record some things for you. And one of the things I want to go over with you is the 3 biggest mistakes I made when I was fitting my van to become a nomad. So if you want to know my mea culpa and what I did very wrong, please stay tuned. So the first biggest mistake I made was choosing a fridge that was too big for my minivan. You know, my fridge is a 36-liter Alpicool that was recommended by Bob Wells and everything. I mean, the brand. And I already found a huge problem with it. Probably the walls of the fridge, they don't have enough insulation, so it sheds cold like there is no tomorrow. The cold does not stay in there, which is extremely inconvenient. So I understand Bob Wells recommended it because of the engine, the motor, compressor, I don't know what, that he says is a very, very nice type of compressor, whatever. Apparently it's the same as Coleman or this other brand, Dometic. I think they all have the same type of compressor, but this fridge is cheaper. That means it doesn't retain the cold in there, and therefore it is on most of the time. At first I didn't understand these things, and the humming is so quiet, I didn't mind. But the point is, again, the walls are very thin, therefore it is running all the time. And I understand the compressor may be excellent and maybe it's never going to burn, but it sucks all the energy out of my Jackery, and that is not cool. Maybe for people who have bigger vans or these ProMasters or things like that with a whole electrical system and solar panels on the roof, maybe that is okay. But in a minivan, this is extremely inconvenient. The Jackery cannot keep up with the fridge. When you're in a city and maybe you cannot take your solar panels out, or if it is rainy or cloudy and you cannot use them, having that fridge working all the time is horrible. So I have 2 problems with the fridge. On the one hand, that constant working non-stop, it is really inconvenient. Even if I turn it off at night for the night, during the day it is sucking the life out of my Jackery all the time. The other thing is, it is too big. So 36 liters, when I bought it, I was not sure how many things I was going to be able to fit in a 36 liters, because they measure these fridges by telling you how many cans of beer you can fit there. I have no idea what the equivalent of so many cans of beer my yogurt is. I have no idea. So I made a mistake. I bought too big a fridge, and therefore, and again, I think the insulation in the walls is extremely poor. So I understand Bob Wells and the quality of the compressor. I don't like the insulation. I really don't recommend it if you don't want to go crazy. I bought the case that they sell with this brand. So if they sell a case, that is obviously because they know it's going to happen. Well, the case is not enough to protect the cold. It does not help, and so I don't like it. You buy whatever you want. I just don't recommend this one. I understand it's way cheaper than the Dometic and the I always forget the other one. In any case, it's way cheaper than those, but it's not convenient. So I tried to sell it for a third of the price, including the case for free. And of course, I mean, I advertised in Facebook, and I was the target of so many scammers that wanted to buy it immediately, cash only. Sure. And their names are super funny besides. So I still have it with me. Most of the time I now use it as an ice chest. So I buy ice, I put it there. I came up with a trick. I have a couple of big Tupperwares where I put the ice and I enclose it, because that way I don't have a soup of melted ice in the bottom of the fridge with everything floating around. So in any case, as soon as probably I will give it away in Quartzsite in January or something like that. I still don't know, because I will gain more space in my minivan, and I will do fine with just a regular cooler. A small cooler will be more than fine. I don't know what I want to do. I still don't know, but that was a huge mistake. Second mistake, horrible mistake. Why me? Why me? Because I am like that. Have you subscribed? Become part of the group, the family. We discuss so many things having to do with the nomad life and the things that happen to nomads. So subscribe, become one of us, and I hope you will enjoy it. Second huge mistake, as I mentioned one day long ago, my editing software is very demanding in terms of electricity, so it usually takes a while. It takes a lot. The fridge, of course, is nonsense, but still, a 500 Jackery was very naive of me. If you're going to become a nomad, try to get a 1000 at least. Because on those days when you cannot put the solar panels out, on those days when you're in a city and you cannot take the solar panels and put them there on the sidewalk, on those days you're going to be very happy that you have extra saved energy, so you're going to benefit from that. If you can, please start with 1,000. I included links in the description of this video for you to check different things that are out there, so you can see what things are available to you. Also, I recommend Bluetti. Why Bluetti and not Jackery? When I bought my equipment, Jackery was the thing to have. But almost immediately, everybody started talking about the life cycles, and apparently Jackery would last you just a couple of years. So in 1 year and some, I will have to buy another one. And that is not fun, because it was what, like $500 or $600 for 2 years. Apparently Bluetti lasts several more years. It has, I think Jackery has something like 500 cycles, all of them. And Bluetti has close to 2,000 cycles, meaning it charges from 0 to 100 and empty, and 0 to 100 again, 2,000 times. So in theory, and I recommend you call their customer service and ask specifically for that, which is what I am going to do when I have to replace my Jackery. In theory, Bluetti is going to last you at least double the amount of time than Jackery. Just saying. I am not giving you any solution. This video is about me crying my tears out because of the mistakes I made, trying to just prevent you from making the same mistakes. If you're going to buy a power station like Jackery, the one I have, go for 1,000, because it's going to pay in the long run when you cannot charge the battery. That way you have charge for whatever your needs are. I cannot even think of starting with a 200 or a 300. It's just not realistic. Everybody thinks, okay, I will have the solar panels out every day. Yeah, if you live in the desert and it is sunny, yes, of course, every day you will have that thing filled up to the rim. But are you going to stay in the desert during the summer, 120 degrees Fahrenheit? Are you going to stay there and be burned by the sun altogether with your solar panels? I don't know. I am just saying, depending on where you are. I just came back from Washington and Oregon. It was so difficult to charge the Jackery with the solar panels on sunny days, because I would go with the solar panel moving every 15-20 minutes. I had to move them from one location to another, because there are so many trees there. You have to get the one little ray of sun, and then when that moves, you have to move the solar panel. So it's not that easy. And if you're going to be dwelling in cities or places like that, probably you're not going to be able to take the solar panels out as often. Someone suggested to put the solar panels behind my windshield. I cannot do it because I tried, but they don't fit. So I guess if you have some sort of vehicle with very long, wide windshields, mine doesn't work, and I have my phone charger, my holder, and some other things there. So obviously I was not able to put it there. And my third huge mistake, I hope if you're about to start being a nomad, I hope you don't make this mistake. Huge. I bought everything I thought I was going to need for my adventure on the road. I got so many things that I ended up donating. I got so many things that I never needed. I just donated my chair that I loved and my table, super nice quality, great quality table. I donated both because the table, I took it out of the car just once in a year, super heavy table, and it was there in the middle of the way, just taking space for no good reason because I never used it. If you go a whole year as a nomad, having all your meals in or around your van, and you don't use a table, it means you don't need a table. So unless you're going to set camp and be cooking out there for hours, I don't do that. So it didn't work. I donated it. And the chair, super nice chair, super comfortable chair, but again, if I take it out to sit there, it's because I am camping, BLM land or something like that. And in 1 year, I think I used it 3 or 4 times. The rest of the time, I am either walking or doing something else, editing videos, doing other types of things. So I donated my chair, I donated my table, and I am not crying about those, absolutely not. I am so happy I have more empty space. I donated my umbrella, I never needed it. I am about to donate my shower. I bought a shower that you fill it up with water, you put it on your vehicle, and it has a solar panel so it heats up the water, and then it has a little hose and you can take your shower. I never used it. That one probably I will donate it in the quartzite pile. I got rid of so many things in this year. Every time I let something go, I would cry a tear for the money I spent unnecessarily. My advice to you is just start your trip with the basics. Get a very good mattress. Again, mine is 2 layers of good memory foam and a Tempur-Pedic topper because I need to be comfortable and you cannot joke with that. Get a good mattress, protect it, so if you spill something, you don't ruin that good mattress. And then get the basics, first aid kit, and I don't know, your little stove and a few other things. I only have 1 mug, one of everything, 1 fork, 1 knife. I don't need more than that, and I'm very happy with that. But my advice to you is do not make that mistake. Do not buy everything you think you will need. No, just buy the basics. 1 light, 1 of everything of the basics. I even got a magnifying glass in case one day I was lost somewhere and I couldn't see the map properly. I was going to have my magnifying glass. Why? What was I thinking? I wanted to be on top of the problems and have everything I could have. Nothing is really fundamental. Just the one thing and you are good. And you are going to appreciate not having too many things with you because you will have more space for you. For the one thing we always have a space is for more subscribers here and for more Patreons. Thank you to my Patreons. They are amazing and I appreciate them so much. $1 a month is a huge help to me. So if you want to become a Patreon, please consider just $1 a month. I will be very happy, and you will read a couple of extra things I put there just for my Patreons. Thank you very much for being here, and see you soon.